Los Angeles for the Chargers Broncos home opener.
Let's go.
It's going to be exciting, guys. It's going to be a great video. We're excited. Again, if you see us at Thunder Rally, we're going to be there. We're going to be the Lightning Strikes podcast at Thunder Rally. We're going to have a great time. Already had a conversation this morning with George Dukas. We're going to try and meet up with him. NFL Mike's going to be there. It's going to be a good time. So, guys, if you see us, you know where the party's at. It's with the Bolt Bros. Plenty to talk about in this video, guys, so let's get into it.
What's up, Herbert, man? You watching the Bolt Bros podcast. Stay tuned.
Charter blue dreams, stadium lights gleam. Bolt Bros on the beat, lead stream. Chargers rocking speeds, Sonic Supreme. From the podcast to the field, we're a team. Charged up, Bolt Bros on the night. LA Thunder in electric delight. Bolts in the battle, sparking bright. Charged up, ride the lightning, feel the fright.
Alrighty, guys. Well, plenty to talk about today, guys. It's going to be exciting. 3 bros, 1 house. I like that. I like that.
No doubt. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's gonna be exciting. There's plenty to talk about here. And again, this is what it looked like. Geno Smith studying the NFL defenses. Guys, what you think? Geno looks a little different on camera. You know what I mean?
You got that helmet head. That's what
helmet head, dude. Yeah, exactly. Helmet head. But hey, you can never go wrong with throwing out a meme on the Raiders, period.
Yeah, dude,
so it's FTR all day, every day, guys, around here. So, man, I thought it was a pretty funny meme, though.
Oh, it's hilarious. That male pattern baldness, gets hidden up pretty well on the, in the helmet for sure. So, but I thought it was pretty good either way. So plenty to talk about on that, though. Bolt up. Are you ready? And at Pappy, we're going to be seeing you out here pretty soon. So
we're ready, my guy.
We're just going to shoot this video and then go from here. Obviously, going to have some fun with the fam, hit up a farmer's market, have a good time, but it's going to be a good time. Guys, is there anything going on tonight as well, too?
Yeah, I know. If there's anything that you guys know about any meetups or anything, I've kind of shot out some messages out on Facebook too, and just seems like nobody's talking about meetups. Normally there's a meetup usually happening over near LAX and the hotels over there, and nothing that I know about. So if you guys know anything about any meetups, we'd love to, hear about it, and we'd love to be able to meet up with you guys.
Why is Kyle sitting so far back? He's scared. He's scared.
Hey, I'm here, Grandizer. It's like in order to fit, we can't really sit shoulder to shoulder. It doesn't really work.
Yeah, it is kind of. This is kind of a weird spot too. We were thinking about doing it outside, but this is kind of it. Kind of. I'm in the middle. I'm the most important person.
Smaller chairs or something. I don't know what it is. It's really weird. We got this king throne over here, dude. I got these what is going on here?
Yeah, there's something wrong with that. Again, guys. Most important Bolt Bro right here in the middle. So here we go. Power ranking. Let's go.
Hey, what's crazy about this, though, is that pretty much universally, Chargers are being ranked in this very high level here. 5th is what they're putting on the NFL based upon Ralph Vacino's, I think. I don't know how to say his last name, but it sounds Italian. But Chargers are getting a lot of respect around the NFL right now. Definitely getting a lot of respect about it in the NFL. And so it's great to see what's happening. And the matchup right now going up against the Broncos is going to be a big, big win also too, man. And so if we could go out there and win this one, are we going to stay in this top 5 type bracket thing with the Chargers? So who knows, man? It's really exciting to see this Chargers and what we're getting. We're getting some respect around here.
Yeah.
You're getting respect.
Getting that respecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give me some respect.
Yeah.
And look at that. Look at that Bolt. That's incredible, dude.
It looks about as good as a 5-year-old,
5-year-old. Relax. Just relax.
Hey, make that a Chargers hat. It's like the Bills Chargers hat.
I mean,
the Bills hat where it's like that
great.
kid. Oh my gosh, that's not looking good. Not looking good.
Hey,
whatever, dude.
Whatever, man.
Setting up some $5 holla.
Let's go.
So let's see what we got here at Thier. Go ahead, James. You want to read this?
So first off, I'm gonna say, what's up, my baby? First play, defense, rise up. Thule sack, forced fumble, Chargers ball. Man, how cool would that be to start out the game with a turnover again, like what happened against the Raiders? At Broncos 17, at the Broncos 17. Herbert to Keenan, touchdown, Chargers. Bold prediction. Truly 3 sacks, man. Dude, you know what? We're going to talk a little bit about the edge position on these slides here too. And kind of that's going to be a big matchup and something to really watch. We don't have Khalil Mack right now. Somebody's got to step up, and you would hypothetically say, hey, Tooley should be that guy that should step up for the edge position to create pressures. And he did good last week. We just couldn't land those sacks for him. Yeah. So pressure rate's very high for him right now.
Yeah, his pressure, I think he got 6 pressures.
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, it was a lot. So he did really well.
Sometimes pressures are more than sacks. You know, it creates turnovers, just like what happened last week against the Raiders, like created turnovers for this team. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, and again, I think last week also was stop Max Crosby on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, keep Geno in the pocket, confuse him, and they just mixed up all the alignments like crazy in the front. It was incredible. They did. I cannot say enough about Jesse Minter. So
amazing.
But again, let's go back to the power rankings. And again, I just think it's interesting. What do you guys feel about this power ranking? I think this is pretty solid. Yeah. I don't know 32. I don't know if they're the worst, but I would say the Saints probably the worst, or the Panthers, in my opinion. I think it'll be interesting to see what Cam Ward does. I thought they looked okay. Of course, he's been dry humped up and down the field like crazy, just pretty bad. But yeah, I like this one too. This makes sense.
There are some rookie mistakes that I feel like Cam Ward has done, but I mean, he's got very little like targets. Actually, Eric Almenor, I think is his name. He's a wide receiver from Stanford that got drafted this year by the Titans, and he's actually looking really good. So he'll be basically the good number 2 there. But it's Calvin Ridley who had some drops against the Broncos. Just throwing it out there. Broncos got very lucky against the Titans and honestly could have lost that game.
They should have actually. I thought they should have lost.
Last week, Broncos they were their own enemy essentially in that one.
Yeah.
And so who are the Broncos at this point? I mean, realistically, they could have been an 0-2 type team.
Yeah.
But you know what? Everybody kind of put them on that hype train. Oh, this is going to be one of the best defenses we'll ever seen in the NFL kind of thing. And guess what? It's kind of hasn't been that way so far. So now they're going up against a legit quarterback, and we'll talk more about that here in a bit too with the slides.
So one thing I've always said too, and then again, these teams 1 to 10.
What was that?
Yeah. Oh, geez. Boy, that looks terrible. 1 to 10. These are the only ones that really matter. Everyone else here, participation trophy, dude. That's all they're going to get. They're going to get a little ribbon. Here you go. Here. This is the trophy.
This guy's on one today.
Look at this, dude. That's awesome. That's a crappy trophy.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. That's all that they're going to get, a participation trophy. But here, get that Lombardi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that, like, it's really the top 10 are the only teams that really matter. Everyone else is kind of like, whatever. Well, outside, you're there. You get a little ribbon.
Outside looking in.
Yep.
Yeah. Outside looking in.
Yeah, I don't even think that the Eagles deserve that number 1 spot. Like they're not.
You don't think so?
They're not playing lights out or anything by any means. Sure, they're winning, but they're not like like playing to the caliber that they were last year.
It's not an ice cream cone. Let me make that very clear, Grandizer. It is a trophy. Okay, thank you very much.
I mean, they can get that ice cream cone though. Yeah,
ice cream cone sounds kind of good right now.
Yeah.
But we don't got one right now in front of us. So all right, guys, let's move on. We got Herbo.
This is a Bolt Bros original right here, dude.
This is it right here.
Bolt Bros original.
See,
here.
We're original. We're original, guys. We got things to say.
Knocking on the door. We blood trail after the Chiefs game, blood trail after the Raiders game. Next, who's the next victim?
Oh, the Broncos.
Yeah, dude. So this is awesome to see, man. And Herbert, people have been talking a lot about Herbert being in that MVP race at this point too, man. Yeah. MVP race for Justin Herbert. I mean, the trajectory is really good for him. I mean, he's looking extremely amazing at this point. So, I mean, will we see him throw the ball as much as he has in the last couple games? I'm not sure, but you'd love to be able to see that running game start forming up here pretty soon.
Yeah, I know Greg Roman did talk about that. He's like, yeah, it's been a little disappointing. We haven't been able to get the running game going the way we want. But, Justin Herbert's doing great. Look, you got to also remember, too, Quentin has looked amazing. Keenan Allen is incredible. And Ladidi McConkey has been insane. Yeah. So it's like, well, one of those three guys is going to get open. So it's like, well, until that goes a different direction, why not?
We'll keep throwing heaters all over the place.
Just
Keep throwing the ball.
Stick with the hot hand. Now, again, good question about Arondé Gatson. I think Tucker Fisk probably plays. If I had to make a guess, I don't know. What do you guys think on that?
Well,
because they haven't come out with the game day.
No, that's usually
starting
2 hours before the
sitting.
game.
Yeah.
Who's inactive and everything too.
Right.
I mean, it could be Arondé Gatson getting a shot in this one too. But I think the thing is, Fisk is really going to be more of a blocking type tight end, which he does have catch ability too, though. The Broncos have a pretty good pass rush situation, which we'll talk about here a little bit later on in the slides. So, I mean, I think, to be honest, they want to get as many blocking players out there, size on size type thing.
And Disley's out this game.
And Disley's for sure out this game, which we'll talk about that chart here shortly.
So, and I think that's kind of why I think Tucker Fisk most likely. But again, Arondé Gatson hasn't suited up yet.
Yep.
I think he will. My prediction with him will be if a wide receiver goes down. Knock on wood.
Yep.
That's not wood, but
not
you get what I'm saying. But
no wood around here.
It's all metal around us right now.
Weird.
So, anyways, but I think he will because he's really more of a pass catching tight end, anyways. So, all right. Well, let's move on for a word with our sponsor as well, too, guys. So, James, you want to? Where's it at?
Top left.
Oh, it's right there. Okay. Hey, I'll hit the right button. I should have read the screen, but that's okay. So, all right, guys, word from our sponsor.
Have you heard about the Sleeper app? Well, let me tell you all about it. Sleeper is the best way to experience and connect over sports together. It's a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on games in real life with other users. Get the fastest scores, blazing fast news, and alerts right at your fingertips. Play in fantasy leagues and win real money on pick contests so you can enjoy sports the way they were meant to be together. Download the #1 sports app today. Plus, you get a $100 deposit match up to $100 when you use code BoltBros.
I'll record one. Ooh. All right, guys, that's awesome. Hey, and guys, if you ain't using the Sleeper app, you sleeping. You sleeping.
Sleeping on your fantasy games, sleeping on your sports picks games, all that stuff. Man.
I know, seriously, it's a dope app though, for real.
Yeah.
I don't just say it. Aether, what's up, dog? Okay,
99 cents. Did he throw out a comment in there to kind of back it up, or
it's just a thing? Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a thing.
Just a thing. He's just a thing.
It's just a thing.
Just a thing.
Miguel, AI James is different, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. I'm a robot, bro.
He different. But those game threads are pretty good. Now, again, I still like the baby blue, like the white tops, the one we had last week. I think that's a better combo, but this is still pretty solid.
So, hey, it's nice and clean. And the thing is, though, you got the white bottoms with the white helmet. It just kind of comes together. The baby blue or the powder blue with the powder blue socks with the white shoes. It all just kind of comes together real nice. It's a good, clean fit, dude.
Yeah.
And I think Aether actually said something, too.
Oh, here we go.
James, my baby. Let's go, my baby. Don't drink the poison Kool-Aid. Ravens are not a threat to the Bills. The Chargers are. Hey, look.
I can see that.
Something that, I mean, very early in the season right now. I mean, we're 2 games into the season at this point, and it's really amazing to see what the Chargers have done thus far. But Harbaugh season 2 is different, right? You go back to the Niners. He basically got the Niners to the Super Bowl after the second year of being with the Niners head coach. So who knows? Long season ahead, guys. We'll see how the season develops. That's one thing I love is the drama of the NFL season.
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
Yeah. And again, if we end up 3-0, woo,
it'd be amazing.
Woo.
It'd be amazing.
I mean, I'm just think about
on division opponents too.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Division opponents 3-0, dude, it would be participation trophies for the other teams, right? Again, I have said this over and over again. If you've watched me on the AFC West podcast every Tuesday at 3:30 Pacific time, actually, well, it'll be James and myself. So I said this. I said Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Ray Turds. That's how it's going to end up this year. So we'll see if I'm right on that. I mean, I just think the Broncos will get it together. But again, they always seem to start out slow.
Yeah.
We want them slow again in this game. And our defense is just playing straight up lights out, dude.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
And shout out to Unk basically getting on the 53-man squad. He should be staying there too. I mean,
he's not going anywhere.
Obviously, we have the injury report and everything too. Kind of the reason why he's also on the 53-man squad. But He needs to stay on there. He needs to stay on there permanently. And it's interesting. Matt Money Smith talked a little bit about it, and he said, maybe the reason why that why he's not getting picked up by other teams, because you could realistically grab people off of practice squads. Yeah, if you want to. He's probably telling other teams, hey, dude, like, if you want me to go play for your team, I'm just going to retire. Like, it's simple as that. Like, I'm staying with the Chargers, and I'm not looking to just go anywhere else. Yeah.
And I think he never wants to leave. Yeah, I think he loves that defense. I think it's So again, we'll talk more about the new pickup we had, Clean Farrell and these other people a little later on. But it's amazing what Jesse Minter is doing with this defense, and that defense, man,
it's great.
I mean, look, as much as I hate to admit it, the Raiders are actually a decent team. Their defense is good, but their offense isn't where it needs to be, and we shut them down. So again, we're just going to put a lid on the top. I think there was an interesting statistic on the Raiders game. They averaged 3 yards per throw or something like that. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah, guys, that's horrible. Jeez. That is horrible. Like that is so bad. That is so bad that it's like, well, why are you even throwing the ball? You may as well just run it at that point.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, as a Chargers defense, they actually are one of the best in. Let me see if I could find it real quick. But I know Mina Kimes, I believe, put it out there. But I think it was like the defense. They're only allowing like 3.2 air yards.
Oh yeah, that's what it was
right now for the first 2 games. So what they're basically doing is keeping the ball in front of them. Yep. And there's some slides ahead that actually kind of breaks that down, that the Broncos might be playing right into the Chargers defense in the strengths. So, but yeah, we got the NFL TV map. This is not a primetime game, since we've had 2 primetime games ahead in the last 2 games. But if you're in the green, you will be able to watch the game for Sunday on CBS. You could also stream it on Paramount Plus too. Pretty cool. Good to see. Good seeing that. I mean, the Broncos obviously and the Chargers kind of makes sense that it's going to be a good portion of the United States to be able to watch this one. So
that's a good game. That's a big amount of space right there. That's awesome.
And it's obviously it's the afternoon game, late game type situation. I mean, you could either had a New Orleans versus Seattle game. That sounds like a dud game, but hey, Seattle's my fantasy defense, so that's a good matchup. So I'll take that all day. So, but
yeah,
matchup of the 2 Ohio quarterbacks too again, guys. So very cool, man. Great matchup.
Awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I mean, obviously, well, we're gonna be there. And we're going to be also at Thunder Rally pretty early too. Yeah, so at least we're planning on being there early. So we're going to try to hop on the Lightning Strikes podcast and have some fun. And we got a lot of people going to link up with, so it should be a good time. So only Adam Stank.
Yep. Pick the Broncos. Of course. Adam Stank. Dude. Here we go. But MJD picked us on this one. Remember last week? Yeah. He was the lone wolf. And he chose, you ever see that on the NFL Network? That's what they do picks. They always give him the lone wolf.
That is true. Okay.
The lone wolf.
I thought you were having a stroke there for a second. That's cool. Yeah. All right, whatever.
But Adam Rank is the lone wolf on this one. The hater, once again, is back again.
The hater, dude.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Just whatever, man.
He's a biatch, dude.
I don't think he knows ball. That's
I don't think he knows ball, dude.
Nope. He doesn't understand Harbaugh. I think that's his biggest thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's a hater of Harbaugh,
Yeah, true. Maybe.
I think there was a rumor that Harbaugh was potentially going to go to the Broncos for their head coaching situation.
There were some discussions around that, but he chose the right, path.
That's right, baby.
Right. And then they got Sean the Turd Payton. he sucks. Anyways, so it's pretty exciting to see this. So I mean, again, Adam Stank, you suck, dude. Anyways, so let's move on. But here, let's look at the injury report. I think this is kind of pretty telling on why. Again, I think this is most likely why we're going to see Tucker Fisk come in.
Yeah, Will Dissly being out too, which he had a knee situation. I don't know when that even happened in the last game, so no clue.
It was weird. It looked like a shoulder thing.
Yeah.
Because when he walked to the sideline, he kind of looked like he was holding his shoulder, and it just seemed really weird. I was like, I was kind of surprised. Boygbe has looked good. By the way, just so you know, Boygbe has also been running edge, which is interesting. He probably will run edge again this game as well, because they are trying to rotate those players as much as possible. And that's one thing about Joseph Boygbe when he came out, is that they liked him because he was an inside and outside guy. By the way, Tuli Pelotu is also run on the inside as well too. I don't know if there was a few times you saw him. He lined up as a defensive lineman. He did stunt on the outside, but again, they're getting really creative with the way that they're stunting and moving bodies around. And again, they're only pressuring 4, maybe 5 guys, but they're just trying to get really creative and get mixed matches and things like that. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's great. It'll be interesting to see how Justin Avoidbe plays in this one and what he's going to do. But yeah, Cam Hart, questionable. I assume he'll play.
Yeah.
Deion Henley, I think he should be fine.
Yep.
I think and I said last week when he got the illness, he's going to play, dude. Guarantee he's going to play. He himself, even going to last year when he jacked up his shoulder, he's like, I didn't want to let go or let my dogs out there just to basically not have me out there. Like I want to be out there. And I guarantee it's going to be the same thing for him in this game. He's going to go out there and he's going to ball out. Yeah. Get him a pick early, like Athir was talking about, say with like a forced fumble or something like that, and get him going again. I mean, that was amazing to watch last week.
Dude, his flu game. Incredible, dude.
It was
incredible.
Game. It was great.
Sure.
Yeah, and I kept thinking, like, man, we all knew this is what he could be. He just had to do it, right? And you know, but he also had to be on the right, you know, team. But finally, you know, Jesse Minter's using him correctly. But absolutely incredible. Now the interesting, Tarheeb Still, I didn't realize he had an issue, but he's full, so it should be good. So Elijah Molden's out, so we'll see more of Unk, and then obviously I think we'll see Tucker Fisk. That'd be my take, just for his blocking ability more than anything. Right. So just depending on how they're pressuring us and edge rushers and whomever, they'll just slide more protections over. What I will say one thing, and we're going to talk about the offense as well too. The one thing that was interesting, Greg Roman did say this. And I thought this was, he said, coming into a game, I have to look at the personnel I have, and then I have to decide, well, these are the plays we're going to play against this defense. And I was like, oh, it's interesting. He said, he said, early on in my career, I would sometimes come into a game and I had, all right, I'm just going to run it this one way. And unfortunately, people started getting hurt. Yeah. And you could not run it that way. Yeah. You were done. Your goose was cooked. So he learned that you have to have 3 or 4 different ways that it could go based on the personnel you have, and what's working, you stick with that type of game plan. It's like, oh, well, that would make sense. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know why you would want to go the other direction. But I mean, clearly the injuries affect what you can do. Like I said, Will Dissly is a very good blocking tight end. Yep. So whoever, if you are getting pressure from an edge rusher, you say, great, you just slide that tight end right over. That's exactly what they did. Max Crosby did a great job. So anyways, interesting. Yeah. And just go over the Broncos injuries too. Nate Atkins, tight end, he's going to be full. Nick Bonito has been an absolute menace. Yeah, he's good. Great matchup for Nick Bonito versus Joe Alt this week. 2 of the top guys, I think it was Nick Bonito, has the most pressures in the NFL right now, highest pressure rate in the league, and will go against Joe Alt, who is leading the league and not allowing pressures at all too. Wow. So it's going to be an absolute matchup for those guys. Evan Ingram out. Dre Greenlaw has still not even played a game, and this is what Dre Greenlaw does. Stays injured, dang near, and sucks for them. But Ofunga will be out there too. Alex Singleton will be out there, who got torched quite a bit last week versus the Colts, and same thing for Justin Strawn too. He will be out there too, full. So if early strategy for the Chargers, go after their inside linebackers, because they were getting toasted last week. Getting cooked, dude. And this is why I was thinking they may run the ball a lot this game. Yep. Which I like seeing Justin Herbert throw the ball, but it really would be nice to lean on people like Najee Harris and Amari Hampton and get them going. So, anyways, I thought that was pretty interesting. But Nick Bonito, for some reason, I always thought he was a linebacker, like an inside linebacker. I don't know why I thought that. So, anyways, but I'm curious. I would say this: if you use Nick Bonito, see if Will Dissly is going to, pressure him as well with Joe Alt. Maybe just chip him as he's going out or whatever, or they slide protection from Amari Hampton or also Najee Harris to that side. Again, the whole reason why they do. By the way, can I just say one thing? Omari Hampton has done a great job in pass protection.
Massive.
Oh my
Massive.
gosh. I mean, I
He's
cannot
been
be, I
huge.
get, guys, like it is absolutely incredible.
Well, and look at the contrast of what Ashton Genty's done for the Raiders. I mean, there was that video of him just getting pushed.
Yes,
And he just sat
yes.
there and stood there after it and just like didn't do anything to try to help Geno while he's in complete distress.
Yeah.
Like absolute, one of the biggest things about being a running back and to be, especially to be a starting running back, is to be able to pass protect. And it is showing right now that Ashton Genty has no idea how to pass protect.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he doesn't. Right. And so again, I think number one, you got to be able to do that in the NFL. Najee Harris does a great job with it as well, too. By the way, Najee Harris, did you see that run where he was sacked 4 yards back?
Oh, yeah.
Picked up the edge rusher. What's his name? Kuntz?
Yeah.
Ran with him. And then it was like a 1 yard play.
Yeah,
and I was like,
it should
damn,
have been
dude is strong.
Should have been a -4 tackle for a
Yes.
loss,
Easily.
but it was just a -1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
So I guess it's funny because I was thinking about this. We know that jet sweep that we ran on 4th and 1. It made me really think, like, why didn't you just put Najee Harris in there and just power
He
the
would
ball
have got
forward?
you 1 yard.
He'll get you the 1 yard, right?
Yep.
And anyways, I think it's Greg Roman did talk about that. He's like, yeah, the timing was off. There was some issues there, and they should have just called the timeout. Quite frankly, is what they should have done. But anyways, there was a lot of things that went with that. But again, having a running back like that can pass protect, keep Justin Herbert healthy, and get you a few yards. That's all we care about.
Yep, I agree. Now, Herbert's been cooking, and we've been talking about it for a while. And 44-61, 72% completion rate, 560 pass yards, 63 rush yards. 5 touchdowns, 127.3 passer rating, 2-0 top of the AFC West. Hopefully we'll be 3-0 on top of the AFC West here shortly. But, the thing about it is like, are we going to see Justin Herbert using his legs a lot more in this? You got to think at some point, like, you got to hold it back a little bit. You got to get that run game rolling too. And I think there is a chance that this game could be the game that will allow the run game to do what it needs to do. Because, and kind of the reason why. Kind of the reason why, you're always on all these screens, dude.
Hey, it's cool.
But so with this chart, go back to what the Broncos went up against Daniel Jones last week, and how he just cooked that defense. Almost 500 total yards. Jonathan Taylor looked like an MVP running around out there. Looked amazing. Daniel Dimes is doing anything and everything and just making plays left and right. I mean, that defense looked completely in disarray. So I think this is the game where it could be the get right for the running game.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm going to say the inside D line for the Broncos were allowing a lot of big rips in that game, and it just did not look good for them. So, and then on top of that, the whole inside linebackers, like we were talking about with Hightower and Strand, like they were getting cooked constantly. So,
big time.
I think it's going to be an interesting thing to see. Are we going to see a lot more Herbert running in this one, or are we going to see a lot more running game involved in this one? I think my hopes is I want to see a little bit more running game. But we talked about it just before the podcast. If it's working through the air, keep throwing it. But we'll see. We'll see. This is not an easy defense, though.
That's a really bad football. That's a bad football.
If they can't cover the pass, then just keep it going.
Yeah,
But
keep it coming.
the biggest thing though too is like as of right now, we only have under 100 yards rushing for each of the 2 games that we have right now. So we do need to step up that run game. We need to make that thing happen. So I do. In fact, while we were live here, I just did make a pick where Justin Herbert's going to get over, I think, 24 yards rushing.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I think I can definitely see that. Yeah. So, just to add to it, whatever with Gadsden or not Gadsden, Hampton and Najee, they should be able to crack 100 over this weekend.
I think so.
I think they should.
Yeah,
they should.
Well, and I think we are going to go back to that a little bit. But again, look, the reality is Justin Herbert's cooking, and you got Keenan Allen, you got Ladd McConkey, and you got Quinton, and it's a little too easy to just say, all right, we're just going to blow the top off this thing, And but if you can establish a run, that makes a huge thing too. So I think we're at 63% chance of winning the division right now.
Yeah, it's pretty high. I mean, we win this one, I'm sure it's going to only go higher from that point too. Yep. And into some of the comments in Mighty's comment, where he's talking about if you look at the schedule again, and how the teams look this year, I mean, we could win a ton of games. And I was talking about that before.
Yeah.
It almost leads up to December against the Eagles that you're like, you know what? We could go on a freaking 2-month run from this point.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
so, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. But, you know, slide just kind of moving on a little bit towards our, you know, our defense. I mean, and I really emphasized just this one because this is Kyle Kennard in practice earlier this week. Are we going to see Kyle Kennard? Because, I mean, we don't have Khalil Mack. You know, obviously we ended up just going out and signing a couple of edge guys and everything too. But, you know, Kyle Kennard, is he ready? He has been inactive in the last 2 games.
Yep.
And at this point, you think, okay, maybe are we going to give this guy a shot? He was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year, led the SEC in sacks. I mean, if you go back to preseason, I felt like he was a little lost in some ways with, like, you know, against run defense or anything like that. But you could throw him in the rotation of the 3 other guys that we got out there, like Caleb Murphy, Thule, and Bud Dupree. Put him in the 4. Put him with Caleb Murphy or something, or put him with Bud Dupree on the other side with him. So you have a vet guy with a youth or a young guy, a rookie. I don't know. I would like to see what Kyle Kennard could do in this one.
Well, and the one thing that I get worried about too is it's not just about putting pressures on the quarterback too. It's also about setting the edge, right? You remember, you go back to Chris Jones when he edge rushed that final play against the Chargers Chiefs, and then Justin Herbert bounced it out because he took an inside lane. He did not set the C gap, and Justin Herbert bounced it all the way out, and he just ran it out for a 20-yard run and iced the game. He slid. So it's not just about putting pressures. It's also about, you know, setting the edge and making sure that C gap is locked down, right? That's why it's so important. Again, it goes back to pass protection with a running back. So there's just a lot to be said about that. And I think that's, again, it's not just about the pressures. It's about, can he set the edge? Can he make sure the C gap is locked down? So those are some of the things we're probably evaluating with him as well too. So yeah, just a thought on that. For sure.
But, you know, just to speak on the defense and everything, and as a whole, that's going to be something as a point of emphasis for sure this week. So moving on to Bo Nix. I mean, I'm going to just throw out a bunch of stats here on this one.
Yeah.
So Bo Nix last year, rookie year, obviously, it took him till the 4th week to throw a touchdown. He was like, he had 0 touchdowns, 4 picks going into week 4. And you kind of think like, and he was a very slow start for him too. First 3 games, they were only 1-2. Essentially, they could start this upcoming season the same exact way. Right now, Bo Nix has 4 touchdowns and 3 picks. A lot of turnovers are happening with it.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of weird things that are happening. Like the pick last week against the late versus the Colts was kind of a silly choice. Like you were driving the ball well. You were doing things right. You had potentially a way to put away the game, and then you throw an interception that was kind of not necessary. So with Bo Nix, currently right now, the offense has 5 total turnovers this year, 2 fumbles, 3 picks. They're -3 in turnovers as a team right now.
That's not good.
So they are not looking that good as an offense. And I was saying that even on going back on the Roundtable podcast, AFC podcast, I said that offense is going to be your problem. It's not going to be the defense. The offense is going to create issues for the defense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have enough talent on that team offensively that you can really do something. Now, I think they're misusing talent. I think J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey need to be utilized a little bit more, kind of take the pressure off a little bit with Bo Nix. So I think he's putting too much pressure on himself, and that's why he's creating these mistakes.
Yeah, and you saw them arguing on the sidelines a little bit too last week. And yeah, if you were on the AFC West podcast with me on that one, they were like saying, like, hey, what was that argument all about? And then the other content creator for the Broncos was like, oh, it's nothing, you know, we're just, you know, fighting and passion, this and that. I'm like, I think it might be a little more to it than that, buddy. But, you know, it's interesting. So giveaways, we've only given the ball away 1 time this year, which was a fumble. And again, I think that was a credit to actually Justin Herbert, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. But we've taken the ball away 3 times. So I think we'll probably, I mean, this could be a good takeaway game. Guys, we probably could have had 5 interceptions against the Raiders.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it could have been a lot more.
Easily could have.
And I'll even throw out some things just to keep an eye on. And we talked about it earlier today. The Nick Bonito versus the Joe Alt situation.
Yep.
Best versus the best, essentially, in the league right now. Nick
right.
Bonito, the best or the highest pressure rate in the league right now, will go against Joe Alt, who is leading the league and not allowing pressures. So best versus the best will be going on in that position. Nick Benito, Joe Alt is going to be major for him. Their O-line, and I'm going to stick to the O-line on this situation, is actually really good. They have a very, very good O-line there. They've only given up 1 sack thus far, which is phenomenal for them. Mind you, I think they've gone against 2 teams that are a little bit questionable. I'm still questioning the Colts a little bit. This week, I'm going to kind of tell a lot more about the Colts of going up against the Texans and seeing if they can find a way to take that division a little bit more for them. But week 1 versus the Titans, they got extremely lucky. But the Broncos O-line, Garrett Bowles, left tackle, is at 100% pass block win rate right now. One of the best in the leagues. And then also, which is ironically the same as Joe Alt, by the way, 100% pass block win rate. And Mike McGlinchey is their right tackle, a 98% win rate. So their tackles are very, very good at this point. They have very, very good tackles. So it's going to be tough for us to get a lot of pressure on this team from the edge side of things. It's going to be the inside D-line that's going to be the ones that are going to create the pressure. So think about blitzing some of the linebackers. Think about Tier Tart. Think about Deshaun Hand. Think about those guys. Those are the guys that need to create the chaos in this situation. And not having Khalil Mack is not helping us at all, too, either on this one.
Yeah. So I again, we'll see what happens with Dayon. Troy Dye is probably going to be the guy in the middle with him. By the way, Troy Dye played great as well, too. So I'm excited to see what happens. But again, I think they're just going to be creative again. They're just going to continue running stunts and try and move bodies around. The interesting thing about like Jamar Caldwell and Tier Tart and those other guys is they've done a good job of taking on double teams.
Yep.
So the reason why that matters is if you can get the guard in the center or the guard, just attacking those two things, you kind of create a mass of humanity right in the middle there.
Yep.
It's going to be a plus in the column for the defense, because then you could just stunt one of your edge rushers in or whatever. Yep. And you're going to be fine, right? You're going to have a perfect opportunity to get to the quarterback because they're going to be double teamed and engaged, right? So, and there wasn't. You saw the video I did where Derwin James came down and just wiped out the right tackle.
Yeah.
He just pushed him completely out of the way, and then Khalil Mack just stunted, and that was just one side of that entire pass rush, right? And so, just saying, you can be creative in the way that you get after that defense or that offense, should say.
I'm going to bring in, I know Brad Spicoli just basically said we could put pressure on them. Tooley's a beast. And to Andrew's point, they're going to mix up a lot of things with these players, and they're going to do a lot of exotic type situations here too. I was going to even throw out other stats, and I've been kind of a stat junkie this year so far. Mekhi Becton has been a major addition to this O-line.
Oh, he's so good.
And I think he is making Trey Pipkins a better right tackle. I mean, it's kind of think of it like, whoever's next to you, if they're not very good and you're just like, I have to find ways to create or not have this guy have mistakes. I have to keep an eye on him while I have to keep on this guy here too. Your eyes are all crooked or whatnot. You got a guy to the left of Trey Pipkins that is actually a solid player. He is currently, Mekhi Becton is got a 98% pass block win rate right now.
Wow.
He's ranked 16th in the league right now. Now, to go to the Broncos O-line, not one single O-line, interior O-line player on that offensive line is in the top 20 at all. So they do not have a top 20 interior O-line. So their left guard, right guard, center are all just kind of guys that have not been playing as well. So I think that's where it's not helping their run game. And then they're also creating, maybe a little bit of confusion with the pressures coming up to Bo Nix creating turnovers too. So I'm going to say attack the interior O-line for the Broncos for sure.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be huge. I talked a little bit about this as well already. So these are the, let's see, look at the stats here. This season, Sternad, Nick Benito, and Cooper, right? It's interesting.
All linebackers. Yeah. Linebackers are edge guys in a sense. And so the thing about it is, like, the Broncos are the top team in the league for pressures. Like, they're blitzing like crazy.
Yeah, they blitz a lot.
Yeah. And so, and just to say a stat wise, again, the Broncos have had 70 sacks since the start of 2024. So with that defense, they are just a high blitzing, high sack type defense. That's what they want to do. And currently they have 7 sacks right now, and a majority of them are coming from these players right now.
Yep.
Nice.
And so those are the guys that we have to keep an eye on. Now, are they going to blitz a little bit more on the inside O-line, or are they going to go on the outside? We'll see where it ends up going here. But these guys are the game wreckers right here. Now, also Justin Strad, he also was getting cooked a little bit too in the pass game and run game too. So, so we'll see where it goes. But this is going to be the 3 guys to keep an eye on.
Yeah, and the offensive line has played really well against these guys as well. They picked up the blitz much better this year. Zion Johnson actually played a lot better than I expected as well too. So
so far so good.
Yeah, he's done a pretty good job. So, look, I'm excited to see what we do. I think they're going to have a plan for all these guys. I think you know what they're going to do. They're going to run stunts. They're going to do these different things, and so they're going to be looking out for them. Again, another reason why I think Tucker Fisk plays. He's like another lineman out there.
Yep.
You know, so keep that in mind. And then also Matlock. Actually, has Matlock done many defensive snaps at this point?
I haven't seen him at all really in defense.
It almost seems like he's 100% offense now is what I'm noticing. But, you know, probably actually won't be out there a whole lot because, you know, he's doing so much on the offensive side of the ball. But he literally wiped out. He wiped out Max Crosby a number of times. Yeah. And, you know, I don't know. So I think they're going to eliminate these guys. Their game plan is going to be to shut these 3 guys down.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and then again, we have enough. 3 seconds in the pocket is what Justin Herbert has.
Yeah.
You got 3 seconds in the NFL. That is way too much time.
Yep.
So
way too much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And to go back to that point, I think Broncos are about 2.5 seconds in the pocket at this point right now. So they're getting the ball kind of out a little bit quicker, but I mean, they're just not having maybe as not much time too. That internal O-line is going to be kind of their issue there too. I will also add to this linebacker group too, that Alex Singleton was also one of the guys struggling significantly in coverage too, especially short to intermediate routes. So the middle of the field is going to be one of those areas that I think the Chargers are going to attack. Think about Keenan Allen and Ladd McConkey. What do? They have the ability to run extremely great routes. They could attack that middle of the field for this game all day. So if they're going to see Alex Singleton basically and Justin Strad in coverage, they're probably going to attack the middle of the field heavily in this game because they were just getting cooked through the Colts game. Just watch it. It was obviously Tyler Warren, who once again, why did the Bears pass up on Tyler Warren, by the way, and go with Colston Loveland is beyond me because that Tyler Warren right now looks like he could be a rookie of the year offensively this year.
He looks amazing.
He's absolutely looking like an absolute stud out there right now. So middle of the field is going to be somewhere the Chargers need to attack. Whoever Alex Singleton or Justin Strad is covering, attack them.
Yeah. Yeah. So, plenty to say about that as well too. So I think it's our final slide, and then we can wrap up. Team passing reports. So a lot of this is all PFF type stuff. So why I'm basically putting this out here is because average depth of target 5.7. Chargers allow 3.2 right now. One of the lowest in the leagues at this point. Air yards wise, they were under 100 versus Indianapolis Colts did 180 on this defense. Yeah, they were just throwing the ball downfield. I mean, it's 2 times essentially depth of target from the Broncos to the Colts offense. I go back to my point. I don't think the Broncos have enough weapons on their offense to make something happen. They're almost putting like the defense to being like, hey guys, you guys figure it out for us, get us shorter fields, turnovers or whatnot, and then we'll have a better situation with our offense. I just don't think they have enough weapons, period. And they won't even have Evan Ingram in this game too. So which is crazy. So air yards per completion, Broncos 4.4, almost 2x with the Colts at 7.8. Big thing too, total pressures allowed. Like going back to the whole blitzing situation, Broncos only allowed 6. They have a good O-line. Inside might be the questionable side of things, but they have 20 on the Colts O-line, who I remember that years ago they were saying they're one of the better O-lines too. So ultimately only end up allowing 1 sack both sides too. But what I'm basically saying is that I think, and actually I'm going to say the hits allowed, Broncos O-line only allowed 0 hits allowed on them. Really, Bo Nix is making a lot of mental errors.
bottom line.
He's overthinking
He's
it.
overthinking things, and I think he wants to be a perfectionist, and I think that's his demise essentially. But Colts with 5 hits allowed. So bottom line, the Broncos offense might be buying perfectly into what the Chargers' strengths is as a defense. And so I think it's really, really going to be a battle of, can you try to throw the ball, deep ball, which I think Jesse Minter has basically emphasized with the defense. They are not going to allow that ball to be deep at all. Keep the ball in front of you. Keep it a very, very short amount of depth of target, very short amount of air yards. You have to go through our defense to find a way to, get through those average air yards after catch type situation. So I think it's really going to be a big, big battle at all for the Broncos to even really score on us. I think it'll be very tough.
It's going to be an interesting game. I mean, I think it's NFL the predictions pretty much is even at this point, which is kind of shocking. In a weird way it is, in a weird way it isn't. They play each other pretty hard either way. So
it's a division game.
Yeah, I'll leave my final thoughts. I personally think this is going to be a close game. I really do. I don't think this is going to be a game that's going to be a blowout. I would love to see a blowout, though. I ain't going to lie to you. I'd love to see the Chargers just donkey punch the donkeys. It would be a cherry on top of these first 3 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just be like, oh, it's so nice. But I do think that they're going to be ready to play, and it'll be a closer game than I want it to be, but I do think the Chargers get the win. Now, having said that, I would like to see the running game get a little bit of juice, because we know what we can get throwing the ball. QJ has shown it. Keenan Allen is back to his old form.
Yeah.
And Ladidi, we know what Ladidi is, dude. They're going to get open. You give him some time, we're going to be in fine shape. So, I'm just excited for this one. Bolt Bros in the house. Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, I think Grandizer had a question in here. It's like, what are the 3 keys to the game? And so my 3 keys to the game for the victory would be, that we cracked that 100 yards rushing total right there. If we can get Hampton to get over 100 yards, that'd be great, because that would be a nice little homage to LaDainian Tomlinson. Cracking that touchdown record against the Broncos.
It's the Broncos.
Yeah, that's right.
We were there, dude. James and I were there.
Right. We were there.
That's right.
Yep.
So I think that's actually a critical thing for the games, that we need to get the run game established fast and early, and we got to go long and hard on that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right.
That's what she said.
Exactly. So that's at least one of the keys to the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I said a lot of the keys to the game, dude. Attack the interior O-line. Make sure we give pressure on to Bo Nix. He is very susceptible to making a lot of mistakes and mental mistakes. I think he's just putting a lot of pressure on himself. I don't think the Broncos have enough weapons against our defense. I think we're going to swarm them like crazy on our defense. I think it's going to be a little bit lower scoring game for the Broncos. Now, offensive line wise, we just need to make sure we keep Nick Bonito locked down as much as you can. Jonathan Cooper, Strand, make sure when they're in the rush situation, we got to make sure we have those guys locked down. Make sure we spy on those guys the entire time and attack the middle of the field with the offense. Just like what I said, talking about with Strand and Hightower too. Those are the guys that you want to attack on this defense, or excuse me, Alex Singleton. You want to attack the middle of the field with the pass game. And I really, to Kyle's point, I think this is going to be a game where we're going to get a lot of rushing opportunities too. I think their D-line inside D-line is not as good as they hoped it to be. And so this is a game. Remember last year, Broncos started 1-2, and they might actually start out 1-2 again if they lose on Sunday to the Chargers. So can't wait for it, guys. So, bolt up, man. Let's get it, man. Can't wait to be at SoFi, man. It's crazy to think that this is the first home game for the Chargers week 3, but it's absolutely going to be great. So come on out and hang out with us over at Thunder Alley. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great, guys.
It's going to be a good time. Yeah. We'll be mostly in Electric Avenue, hanging with the Lightning Strikes Chargers podcast, and close to Esther Anaya doing her DJ set.
It's going to be sick.
It's going to be wild.
It's going to be sick, guys.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
All right, guys. We're the Bolt Bros. We'll see you guys in the next one.
All right, guys.
Bolt
Bros. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching the Bolt Bros podcast.